box and telling us that if we don't get this done, then the next project may not get done on time. So we basically had a schedule to complete it. So I was praying for him to let the rain go around us. So, and he basically answered my prayer.
I'm Aaron Steely. I'm from Cassidy Missionary Church. I think there's 6 of us who went. But I was with Toby on campus, and majority of my job was just taking wheelbarrows of gravel back and forth for the foundation. And when we got done with that, we actually, a couple of guys, we went and got more gravel for the interior of the building because they had to clean all the debris on the bottom. It was a great time. It was a lot of hard work too. And we'd fill the wheelbarrows to the very top, sometimes overflowing. A couple times it spilled over on the way there. So I don't know, we got some fun times in there as well. But I remember like 2014 at Brown City Family Camp, one of the speakers just gave this message about how we really get close to God, and there are 3 methods. He brought up prayer, time in the scripture, and community with other believers. And the way he really spoke to me was through the community part. Like, I know church counts as community, obviously, because we're all here, worshiping the same King. But just throughout the whole week, just working hard with fellow believers, it just brought me close to God in a way I didn't expect, and it was really good.
I'm Morgan Lensner, and I'm from Sons Life. And I was with these guys at the dig job and our theme song was Dig, Dig, Dig. And some of us were complaining because we weren't getting done fast enough. And Justin would say, Morgan, what's the theme song? Oh, dig, dig, dig. And then everyone else started digging. And my spiritual thing was sharing stuff with people and knowing that I'm not alone on anything.
My name's Richard Bergeson. New Life. And you can see in the pictures I wasn't there because I had accident. But sorry, I'm nervous. Once we went to the hotel, got ready. We went to go get dinner. After that, Noah prayed for the waitress. Then we went. She was in tears, so we went back to the hotel. And some strange reason, he went to the bathroom apparently, and we left him there. And my spiritual moment was, after the fall, when I was in the hospital. I felt that I was there. Everybody was praying for me. And I'm grateful for that. Because any more feet, I would have been dead.
Hi, I'm Cody Babcock from Sons Life. And I was on Tech Job also on campus. And one of my favorite moments is when every day except Friday, we would climb the mountain to the very top. And I thought it was very fun. And my spiritual moment is during the middle of the week, I was trying to find out why I came down this trip. So I've came on it before, but I usually had a reason afterward, and I found out right away. This one I had to seek a little bit, and I found out that God's pushing me to be more of a leader than a follower.
I'm Cruz Fernandez. I'm from here, Sons Life Missionary Church. And I was not very prepared for this because I don't know what we're supposed to talk about. But it said one fun moment, one spiritual moment. A fun moment. Oh, the job. I was on 3 different jobs because apparently no one liked me in this group. So that made me feel great. I was on the digging job for a day, and then I went to the bathroom the bathroom job, not the bathroom. I went to the bathroom job for a day. And then my final work day was spray painting a bunch of different shelves and stuff, and that was not fun. But one fun moment was, it was just kind of like when we, it was after our jobs and stuff, and we just hung out before dinner, all the different churches, and it was just fun to see how everyone just got along playing basketball together, volleyball, and I was taught to play dominoes, so that was pretty fun. I never played that before. And then one spiritual moment. One spiritual moment was one day we went hiking up the mountain, and I don't know why we decided to, but it just started downpouring. Funny part of that is Aaron tried box jumping this brick wall and smoked his shin. But when we went up, it started downpouring halfway, and we're just debating whether to just keep going or go down. So we kept going up, and we didn't know which way to go down, so we just we were just winging it and went down. And ironically, the way we came down was at the cross on the hillside. So we just sat there and we prayed about it, and we were just thinking how good God is to give us the way down.
I'm Noah, from New Life Missionary Church, and my fun moment came that Saturday night, the first day we were down there. We went to eat at Golden Corral, and after having a little bit of Golden Corral, I had to use the bathroom, and I was in there a while, and so I went out to find the bus to load up because everybody had left the tables, and I looked around and nobody was there. I went to the back. I thought they were pranking me or something, and nobody was there. And so I went to grab my phone to call somebody, realizing that I had left it in the hotel room dead. And against my mother's advice, who told me exactly, bring your phone in case you get left somewhere. And I said, that won't happen, Mom. And so finally I went inside, and there was a group there from up Traverse City area that was going down to Redbird also, and had been there before, so they knew us, and I went and talked to them, and they got the sheet, some Redbird sign-up sheet, and got Pastor Brian's number, and so Dave was able to come pick me up. So that was funny, and so I was the official counter, make sure everybody was on the bus after that. But my spiritual moment, I've been going to Redbird. This was my 5th year at Redbird, and before going to Redbird, one of the things I know about Redbird is that every single year that you go there, it's different. And before we went, I was talking to Pastor Brian, and one of the things he said is that it's dangerous to start to compare years because you miss what God's doing. And so one of the things I challenged myself with this week is just to be open, because things were different for me. And God just did so much in my life. One of the things he continued to reveal to me this week was that he has plans for me. One of the things I did during my quiet time is I just kind of reflected on how far God has brought me. One of the things I learned is that in order maybe to move forward, sometimes you have to look back to see how far God has brought you in order to trust him. And just to think, not because of anything I did, because I'm a goofball, but because of everything that God has done in my life at Redbird. And a reminder of that through the whole week is on the back of the campus, there's a cross up on the hill. And just to look at that cross and to say, because of that, this is why I'm able to serve here. This is why God has plans for my life. And that was just a great reminder as God challenged me to be in community. God challenged me and used me in ways as a tool for others, not because of anything I've done, but because of how good he is. So that was just what he taught me this week. Thank you.
I'm Kevin. I'm from Cass City Missionary Church, and I was helping with the addition. And a spiritual moment was like the first 2 days we had got rained out, and we couldn't really do much. So we were praying that the next 2 days we could get something done. And so we had the day off, and then we came back and it was clear, and we got most of it done. So that was pretty nice. And then a fun moment was, I think it was Thursday. We stayed a little bit later to get some other stuff done, and the people's that live there, their grandsons showed up from school, so we were just kind of cleaning up, and so a couple of us went over and played basketball with them, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, my name's Haley from Cassidy Missionary, and I didn't know I had to give like a little speech thingy till like 8 in the morning today. But I'd have to say it was my first year going, and one of my like spiritual moments where we got done painting, and our whole group, we spent 2 days at the bathroom site, 2 days painting, and our whole group was tired, and we were tired of painting, and Justin asked us to stay after and dig holes, and I remember Gabby and I had the worst attitude. We were like, oh, we don't want to dig holes, and like the big man upstairs is like, you need to dig this hole so people can sit in these benches. And Gabby's at our bench was really special because everyone sat straight and ours leaned back, and you could like see the stars and stuff at night. But that was really cool. And one of my fun moments, it wasn't fun in the beginning because I cried really hard, but we were painting and Gabby dropped this light bulb, and it really scared me, and like ashes hit me and stuff, and I cried really hard, but she came up to me, she goes, oh, at least I didn't throw it at you or nothing. But that was probably, I had a lot of fun moments, but that was probably like one that really stuck out because I realized like you have to get like sad or moody or something before you can really see what was fun.
I'm Gabby. I'm from New Life. One of my fun moments was Saturday we were at the hotel, and Sunday when we went to leave, Doug forgot his pillow. So we we ended up going back to the hotel as we were coming home, and we got Doug's pillow, and he kind of seemed happy about it. It was funny. And a spiritual moment was Aaron, Haley, and I, we all went up to the cross, and there was a guy up there, Ben, from Kingsley Group, I think, and we just prayed about Richard, and we prayed about everything else, and we prayed about the rest of the week, and it was a lot of fun, but it was definitely spiritual too.
Okay, my name's Abigail Cole, and I'm from Sun's Life, and I guess I'll do a fun moment first. My fun moment was probably, although it wasn't at the time, Brian took me out for the seniors dinner Tuesday night, and we were all done eating, and it was we were like so relaxed and stuff, and I went to the bathroom, and I turned around, and my phone was in the toilet. So I'm like, oh shoot, and I walk out, and I'm like, Brian, we have a problem. I dropped my phone in the toilet. And so it was really cool, like also like a bonding moment, because Sarah went with me to be my chaperone, and like it was really cool because we went into the store, we were like trying to find the rice to put it in the rice. We were trying to figure out like which kind of rice is. There's like not just one cheap brand of rice. There's like 50. So it was kind of fun just like that. And then my spiritual moment would probably be just like throughout the week, I kind of realized that I look at myself less than other people, and it was kind of God showing me that I made you just as much as I made them, and you were just as good as they are. Yeah. And so that was kind of my spiritual awakening there, is that I am good enough to go talk to this person, or I am good enough to be part of this.
Hi, I'm Allie Kemp. I go to Holy Family Church in Seawing. I was part of like the bathroom like addition job that we did with our lady Abigail. A fun fact about Abigail is that her name really wasn't Abigail. It was actually Teeny or Tenny or something like that. And so she told us a story about her mom wrote Abigail on her birth certificate, and her aunt wanted it to match her sister's name, Penny, so she named her like Teeny. She crossed it out and put Teeny on the birth certificate, so her actual name was Teeny, but they always called her Abigail. So, and then one of my like more spiritual moments at Redbird was when we went to, or every single morning we had prayer partners, and Sarah was my prayer partner. And it's just a time like right before breakfast for like 15 minutes where you pray with them, and you get to know your person quite well, and you just get a really deep like connection with them. And I just felt like God's presence is there every morning when we prayed. And like you don't understand how many things people have going on in their lives until you really talk to them and sit down with them. So I just thought that was a really great moment. And then one of my fun moments was Wednesday when we had our day off, we all went out to like Cumberland Falls, you know. And so there's like this thing that you're not really supposed to go on, but people go. Like, I guess like you could go on the trails, and then we tried coming up the one way, and the guy kind of yelled at us and told us we couldn't go up that way because there's no stairs. So we went all the way around, and it was just really fun. And this whole group, it's just fun to come together the whole week and become like a family through spiritually. Yeah, literally a family. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Redbird was really fun, and I'd suggest it to anyone.
All right. Well, thank you each for sharing. Anything from any of the adults you want to put in there?
Come on, Dave. I really wanted to share this, but we weren't apparently sharing. So I'm just going to do it anyway. What Allie was talking about, like, I'm Mom, Marissa's dad. Okay? That's how it works. But anyway, I wanted to share a little bit because I was on the bathroom project with Allie, and it was really cool how Noah was talking about how every year is different, and it's really hard for me to go without expectations every year. So it's always a fight. And this year, God really showed me how, like, at the end of the week, Allie and I had spent so much time talking to Abby, but at the same time, I was like, did we do anything in her life? Like, we'll probably never see her again. Maybe she just thinks we're really weird girls that just came to work in her house and we didn't want to work. We wanted to talk to her instead. You know, how did she feel about that? But at the end of the week, she gave us each, two hugs? And she kissed us on the cheek, and she told us to be safe, like 5 times. And I really think that we actually showed love to her, and then she showed so much love to us. Like, I was so touched. It was so cute. And I had to share it. You guys only seen the basketball at the Mission, but the best basketball that was played was with Abby's grandkids at Abby's house with these guys, and it was awesome. And let me tell you, kids that were 2 feet tall were dunking basketballs, and it was pretty cool.
Actually, the fun moment was when the old guys beat the young guys at basketball, as old as 70 years old, as young as 36 against those guys. Yeah, so that was the fun one. I'm Pastor Aaron Johnson. I'm at New Life Missionary Church. This is my first time going to Redbird, and it was just a blessing in many ways just to be able to be a part of this group and to get to know each one of these kids in different ways. A lot of fun ways, a lot of crazy ways. Obviously, 3-4 hours into the trip, or actually being at Redbird, of course, so we had the incident. If you saw the initial waterfalls, not the big ones with the movies, but the initial waterfall. Richard had taken a little dive there, and it was just an awesome response from our group and many people, not only taking care of him and such, but also the groups here that gathered and prayed for him immediately. Just the heart of wanting to serve, asking, many of you who have students here, sometimes it's hard probably to get them to pick up their clothes off the floor or help around, but I mean, every moment when you ask them, they had a servant's heart. It was just really amazing, even pulling weeds and doing various things. And so it's amazing when you come together as a body of believers, as a body, to do something, what can be accomplished, kind of influence you have in the lives of people, not only amongst ourselves, but also amongst the people that we're serving in that chance. Just the influence we have. I jokingly use, now Noah's wearing them. The influence is a strange influence, but when we were at the camp, on our day off at Cumberland Falls, my dad and I were looking for a pair of shoes, and so we walked in and we found these pair of shoes, and by the time it was said and done, I think there was about 16 pairs of those shoes from our group alone that were sold. Just a weird influence that we have on people, but obviously it's just what, everything that we do impacts people's lives in a certain way, both good and bad, obviously, or fun in crazy ways. But just the chance that this group had to go and speak in the lives of other people not only what impacted them amongst each other, but also at Redbird in the lives of Abby and Mark and Redbird itself. And so as I did with our other group, I want to thank each of you who are just that been praying for our group as we went, who supported us financially, with the soup suppers and different things, because each part of that is just your role in the church body, reaching out into Kentucky. So thank you.
All right. I'll use